is winter, it's cold outside, and the last thing I want to do is eat a salad, but I still want to get my veggies in, which is why I love this simple, nourishing green detox soup. It is absolutely delicious. It's warm, it's cozy, it's truly cold weather comfort food. Plus, it's perfect for meal prep, and it's the ideal meal for anybody wanting a little reset after the holiday season. So I like to kind of think of this as like a winter salad, something that you can enjoy with a Sammy, or if you're having some chicken or whatever your main meal is, and you just have a little cup of soup on the side. Now, I like to prep all of my veggies before I start cooking. You don't have to be super precise here because the soup does get blended at the end, but it's nice to have everything prepped and ready to go before you get over to the stove. So I'm gonna start by chopping one onion. I personally like to use a yellow onion when I'm making a soup like this because yellow onions have this light, like mildly sweet flavor that create a lovely base for the soup. Then I have 2 medium zucchini that I'm going to slice into quarters and then come back the other way to create chunky quarter moons. You're gonna want 4 cups in total. And then I have a small bunch of kale. Now this is called Latino kale. It's also known as dinosaur kale, but you could also use a curly kale as well. I've given it a good wash under some cold water, and then I'm just going to strip the leaves from the stems. Then I like to stack and roll the leaves and then cut them into nice thin ribbons just like this. If you prefer a shortcut, most grocery stores these days sell bags like this where the kale is already prepped and ready to go. So that is also an option if you like a shortcut. Just keep in mind, you're gonna want 4 to 5 cups total. Then next up, I'm gonna prep my broccoli. Now, if you have tender stems on your broccoli, those can go in the soup as well. Ultimately, you need 4 cups of prepped broccoli. So it can be only florets, or it can be florets with a bit of the stem, again, if they're tender. Then we're gonna need some ginger as well. You could do this with fresh ginger, but ever since I discovered this minced ginger in a jar, it's pretty much what I use most of the time. And I do know you can also buy minced ginger like this frozen. So if you don't use ginger often, that is a fantastic option. This way you have it on hand, but you don't have to worry about it going bad. And then the last ingredient I'm going to prep is some garlic. Now I use an entire head of garlic for this recipe. Yes, it is a lot of garlic, but garlic is a super powerful ingredient. It's great for gut health, it's great for heart health, and it's great for supporting your immune system. So I go big with this recipe. But if you prefer to pull back, you could of course do half a clove or a quarter if that's what you like. Just make sure that you pop them out of the skins and you've got your cloves peeled and ready to go. Next up, we have our jalapeno. Now, I like to slice the jalapeno in half lengthwise, and then what you want to keep in mind is that the heat, the spice of your jalapeno, it's going to come from the ribs and the seeds in the center. So if you don't like a lot of spice, then you can just scoop those out, and if you do like it, then you can leave them in. See, scooped, left in. Then I just like to cut my jalapeno into strips, rotate, and give it a nice fine dice. So to make this soup, I'm gonna do it right in my Dutch oven. I am a huge fan of the Lodge brand. I've been using this pot for years. It's absolutely gorgeous. It does a fantastic job, and it is a quarter of a price of some of the other enamel coated cast iron pots on the market. So if you're looking for one, I will link this for you down below. I'm gonna turn my heat to medium, heat about a teaspoon or 2 of olive oil in the pan. This could also be butter or coconut oil, they would all work. And then in go the chopped onion, the grated ginger, and then a pinch of sea salt. I'm gonna let that cook for about 5 minutes or so. The goal here is to get the raw edge off of the onion. You want that onion to turn translucent. You don't want it to brown. If it seems like it's browning or it's getting too hot too fast, just add a little splash of water to the pan to cool things down. Then we're gonna add in the bulk of our vegetables. So in goes the zucchini that we've prepped, the kale, and the broccoli. All of that is loaded with fiber and tons of antioxidants. And then I forgot to toss in the jalapeno. So we're just gonna do that now, but normally I would do it with the onions and the garlic. And then I'm going to cover that with 4 cups of low sodium vegetable broth, plus a couple of cups of filtered water, just to get the liquid in the pot to be slightly over the vegetables, okay? So you're gonna use as much water as you need to get that job done. From here, I'm gonna turn my heat up to high, let the soup come up to a full boil, and then I reduce it down to a medium-low until I have a nice little simmer in the pot, and then I'm gonna let this simmer slightly covered, like partially covered, for about 10 to 15 minutes. The goal here is for these vegetables to become nice and soft and tender, because when this is all ready, we're gonna blend this soup, and the softer the vegetables are, the easier it's going to be to blend and ultimately for your body to digest. So while that's happening, I'm just gonna rinse some fresh parsley and some fresh cilantro under some cold water, because once I get to the blending phase, I love to add these into the soup as well. It's like a finishing touch. So I'm gonna show you that in just a few minutes. Okay, once your vegetables have arrived, take a look in your pot. Everything should be soft and tender. What I like to do here is I just shut off the heat, and then I toss in all of those garlic cloves along with a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, and then I just let this sit on the stove. The heat of the soup is gonna take that raw edge off of the garlic while the soup cools down. You want the soup to become cool enough that you can safely blend it in batches. So I usually let it sit there for about a half hour or so. And then once it's cooled down, I'm just gonna ladle the soup into my blender. You don't wanna go any more than about halfway up. And I like to add a small handful of the fresh parsley and the fresh cilantro at this point as well. This is gonna add such a bright, beautiful color and flavor to finish the soup off. That's why I like to save it for the end. Now, once you've worked through all the soup, you can pour it back into the pot if you plan on serving it right away. Sometimes when I'm serving it for dinner or for our family, I'll drizzle a little bit of canned coconut milk over the top and just swirl it around to make it beautiful. But usually what I like to do is I will make this soup when I'm doing my meal prep, and then I'll just pour it into mason jars, and I store it in the fridge just like this. This way during the week, if I want a light lunch or a light dinner, I can just grab one and heat it up. You just pour it right into a bowl and enjoy. I am telling you, this soup is the perfect reset. It just feels good. You know when you just eat something and it just makes you feel good on the inside? That is this soup. So I'm super excited for you to give it a try, and as always, I thank you so much for watching. Now, if you enjoy easy, healthy recipes just like this one, please take a moment to like the video and subscribe to the channel. And if you want more cozy, nourishing recipes to get you through the colder season, make sure you check this video out next, because this is another recipe I lean on all season long. Cheers!